Hello, hockey fans. What a Saturday, huh? So much happened regarding the Stanley Cup playoff picture, and it's becoming more and more clear as it often does. First off, I have to get the good news out of the way first. The Colorado Avalanche, with our victory over the Carolina Hurricanes, a nice bit of revenge, 7-4. Not only did we clinch the Central Division, but we are also the best in the West. But that's not all. That is not all, folks. Because not one, not two, but three teams have locked in spots in the Stanley Cup playoffs, including two from the West. That's right. West clinches finally for the first time in 11 days. But let's start with the one East clinch that kicked off Saturday's action. The New England Patriots have the same horn. It's true. But congratulations to the Boston Bruins. That's right. The Bruins are back in the playoffs. This is wicked awesome. I love that accent. But anyway, the Bruins are in the playoffs. All they needed was 1 point to get in. They decided to get two against the Pittsburgh Penguins. So Boston's in the playoffs. We'll see if this is actually their last chance, because it's been 11 years since they won that cup, and that core isn't getting any younger. But yeah, it was a great win by the Penguins, and congratulations to them for locking in that spot in the Stanley Cup playoffs. And it leaves one more spot left, because and with Washington winning, the Islanders play tomorrow. Washington's match number is 2 points. If the Islanders lose in regulation in Toronto, then that'll be it. All 8 teams will be in. It will just be a matter of positioning from this point on. But anyway, I said that's not all. Boston clinched to kick off this crazy hockey Saturday, and now again, 2 West teams joined the party, which is good because the Avalanche were getting lonely. 2 West teams joined the playoff party, and here is one of them. That's one of my favorite goals, by the way. Congratulations to the St. Louis Blues. The Blues, all they needed to do was win, and they were facing a Wild team who was also looking to get in, but the Blues got the win in overtime. It wasn't easy because they were up 4-1. Then it was 5-5 at regulation, but Braden Shen put it in overtime. So that win gave them their 100th point of the season and another playoff spot. This is their 4th straight. The streak started with that great 18-19 season where they won the cup. But it's been kind of a far cry since then. Losing in round 1 to Vancouver in the bubble, and they getting swept by the Avalanche last year. And but it's a motley group, and they've got it done. They're having a really good season, and they're back in the playoffs now. Of course, they're in a tight race for second place in Central, because chances are there's a good chance it's going to be St. Louis and Minnesota in that round 1 again. Now, Minnesota had a chance to clinch. Even with the 1 point they got, they could have got in if the Kings lost in regulation. That did not happen, but they still have a chance. I think their number is it 1 or 2 points? But yeah, they'll be in. They'll join that party, and I'll have the video for them as well. But while they did not join the playoff party, this team did. That's right. Before they took the ice and scored 9 goals on the Coyotes, the Calgary Flames clinched the playoff spot. That's right. How they do it? Well, they entered today needing only 1 point to do it. But they had other scenarios too. A Vegas regulation loss would have done it, and that's exactly how it happened. The Vegas Golden Knights were shut out by the Edmonton Oilers. That's right. You heard it here first. The Edmonton Oilers actually helped the Calgary Flames get the playoff spot. Isn't hockey wonderful? But yeah, that amazing group consisted of Matt Tkachuk, Elias Lindholm, Andrew Mangiapane, and my favorite player on that team, Johnny Hockey himself, Johnny Gaudreau. They are in the playoffs. This is their 3rd appearance in 4 years, and it is the first spot for a Pacific Division team. It took this long for somebody in the Pacific to get in officially. But yeah, the Flames are in, and they're officially locked in the top 3, so they can't finish lower than 3rd place, which means they obviously will not be a wild card. And with Colorado locking in the number 1 seed in the Western Conference, that means Calgary, if they win the Pacific Division, they are leading the division right now. But if they win the Pacific, then they will play the first wild card in the conference, whoever that is. It could be Nashville, it could be Dallas, hell, it could be Vegas. Vegas could pass both of them. We don't know. So Colorado. Well, we do know this. Colorado will face the second wild card. That's set in stone. Again, but we don't know who that team is. But we will face the second wild card in the conference, and whoever wins the Pacific will face the number 1 wild card. And in the Central, it looks like it will most likely be St. Louis and Minnesota in that other series in the Central Division, and it could be most likely Edmonton and LA. But again, the Pacific Division hasn't been clinched yet, so time will tell. But anyway, so congratulations to Boston, Calgary, St. Louis for joining the playoff party, and of course the Avs are the best in the West. Only thing left for us to try to get is the President's Trophy. Yes, that trophy. So to recap, 7 spots are in. 7 spots are clinched in the East, 3 in the West. That's 10 overall. That still leaves 6 more. And one more could be clinched tomorrow, at least. I think it's, let me see if I can get the schedule, because I know one more can be clinched. The last spot in the East can be wrapped up tomorrow. Washington is off, but the Islanders are playing. If the Islanders lose in regulation, then Washington will get the last remaining spot in the Eastern Conference, and that'll be that. All 8 teams will be in. It will just be a matter of positioning. And Minnesota plays tomorrow, and they can clinch a spot in the playoffs as well. I think they need another point. I think they do. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty certain they need another point, because Vegas lost in regulation, and they didn't get the second point. So I think it's 1 more point and they're in. But so Washington, Minnesota can clinch tomorrow. That would leave 4 spots left overall, all in the West. That's going to be a very interesting race. So I'll be back tomorrow to recap everything, and to most likely congratulate probably Washington and or Minnesota for getting in. So so again, I'll be back tomorrow to recap everything, because there's less than 2 weeks left. So stay tuned.